Alright guys, we're going to skip the intro, get into the info here in this video. We have a lot to cover. You guys know the deal. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, all of that good stuff. Come join the trading community down below in the pinned comment. There is the link for that. And you did have that Xi Jinping Biden phone call today. And Xi Jinping tells Biden that China and the US must shoulder due international responsibilities, make efforts for world peace. So China is calling for world peace. Who knows how far that actually extends out, if they're saying anything to Russia. It doesn't exactly look like it. But what I really want to point out to you guys on that note is that Russia cannot fight this for too long. You know, it's coming to a point where the country is almost bankrupt. The economy is in the toilet. You have to pay your troops to fight. And the way it's looking right now is Russia doesn't have the capability to pay its troops for too much longer. You know, that's the reason why back in the 1850s, 1860s, Russia sold Alaska to America for essentially $7 million comparative value to today, because they didn't have money to pay for their war. So they had to sell Alaska to us. And that's a dramatic example there. But you have to make money. You have to pay your people to fight. And if you can't do that, like Russia can't right now, then you got to wrap it up quick or call it quits. So I think you're going to see more escalation, and then you're going to see Russia come to the negotiation table with a little bit more emphasis on trying to end this. Now, it does say we're going to get a readout of the actual call, and that'll be interesting. I'll bring that to you guys later on today. But it says, Western officials says seen nothing which suggests overall intent of Russian President Putin in Ukraine has altered. EU membership remains Ukraine's main goal, ambassador to Germany. And then it says this. This is, I think, the most interesting headline that is coming out. It says, Newsweek on Russian intelligence document. China has plans to invade Taiwan next fall. Shoo, that's not a good one. That's not good at all. That's not good. And then Ukraine-Russia war, temporary solution impossible. So not the greatest headlines that are actually coming out today. And it says, Russian negotiator Minsk says Ukraine's neutral status and it not joining NATO are the issues where Russia and Ukraine's views are most closely aligned. So a little bit of positive, but a lot of this is very, very negative and kind of ominous sounding. And you're seeing that actually hitting right here. Yeah, China planned Taiwan invasion in fall. Not good. Not good. But we do have a while before that would start to affect the markets in a negative way. You'll see the signs of that, kind of like Russia with Ukraine. You'll see people talking about that. So I don't think that's really going to weigh on the markets all too much right now. A rumor at this point, but keep that in mind throughout your longer term thesis of this year. That you know, that can be another big catalyst, much bigger than even Russia and Ukraine. And like I've been saying, I think the most will happen around that time. The end of summer, fall. That's what I've said for the last couple of months now. I think that's when shit is really going to hit the fan. The economies are going to be in the toilets. The Fed's going to be in the rate hike cycle firmly. With by then, we're priced in to have about 6 rate hikes. So it's looking pretty good for AMC stock. On that note, AMC is up today. After GameStop earnings, AMC is doing very well. Up 1.65% at the current moment. GameStop up 2%. But I want to also point this out is today is a huge option expiration across the board with $4 trillion worth of notional value. That is a massive amount of money, even for the stock market terms. That's huge. That's more than the whole value of Apple, the largest company in the world, about the 5th or 6th largest economy in the world if you compare it to countries. It's massive. So you're seeing a lot of money that is locked up today. It's going to make for very volatile moves, but even next week, that's when you will see that money freed up and able to go into different assets, able to buy the dip or potentially short the markets. But I do think it will be a bullish reaction next week. But for today, AMC is doing very well. up to $15.44 per share. So we're above 15, and things will get a little crazy here if AMC does continue to go up. As we did call out on the live stream last night, the break even for a lot of those $15 calls where the hedge funds have to hedge out their positions, or market makers, whoever took the back end of these options, is at about $15.50 right now. You guys can see the break even. That's right there. So if they do have to hedge these out, you're going to start to see a lot of these options hedged out very, very fast because they expired today, and you will see the price go up pretty dramatically. But we'll have to wait and see if that does happen, or if they have enough shorting power to keep this stock down. Now, as far as the short interest of free float and the Ortex data, that is sitting at 21.22%. Current shares that are sold short of 109.34 million. Cost to borrow max of 2.32%, and the utilization is 100%. Days to cover is sitting at 2.92. And I think a lot of people fail to realize, and it really goes over, the top of people's minds. Understandably, it's been a long time, but shorts have to cover. That's the simple fact here. And when you're looking at 21.22% short interest, you have to think to yourself, are shorts covering slowly? Is the short interest slowly going down? No, it's actually the opposite of that. Shorts don't want to cover until they are forced to cover. Just like you with a winning option trade, you don't want to sell out until it starts to go against you. And short sellers, it's the same logic, but shorting is not as risky in a sense of you can get out a lot faster with options. They do go to zero unless they're in the money and they're worth something. But that's the simple logic here, is shorts have to cover, and they're going to cover very aggressively. Now, I get asked, will shorts start to cover slowly? Will the short interest continue to climb? Will it fall? And I think the history just goes to show for itself. The short interest will keep climbing until they're forced to cover. They're not going to start covering slowly out of the blue. That's not going to happen. So, when you look at it like that, it's only a matter of time, and that's the best way to ultimately look at AMC. If you guys want to go trade other stocks, you want to trade Mullen, by all means, feel free to. That's what I do. I have a long-term portfolio. It's not just AMC I'm waiting on here. So I get it in that sense, but if you're just waiting on AMC and it's eating you alive, then buy PayPal, buy Square, buy something else. Not financial advice, not a recommendation, but that's the simple logic here, is you don't want to sit and wait for something. You want this to be like the icing on the cake, the main trade, if you will, but who knows how long it'll take. So that's my simple logic there. Hope you guys found some value out of that. But the interesting flow sentiment for the day is sitting at 3 orders totaling 599,000, positive order value of 5%. So everybody and their mother, their brother, their cousin is trying to keep AMC stock down. Lots of artificial shorting activity that is going on today. Lots of puts. Pretty much all of this is puts. If you look at right here, the P stands for put, the C stands for call. If you just scroll, pretty much all of this is puts, and they're trying to artificially short the stock to keep it down. And of course they are, because who wants this thing to go against them right now? Definitely nobody. Definitely nobody. But if we do take a look at the max pain, we got to pull up AMC. Max pain is sitting at 1650 for today. That would imply a move to the upside, and it wouldn't surprise me really to see that move to the upside. So we'll just have to wait and see exactly what happens with that. You guys will definitely want to check out the video later on today to see where we do stand by the end of the day and get the thought process on that and any news that does come out. But the markets are looking very, very good today. As far as really what to watch out for, it's going to be the Fed rate monitor tool. Pay attention to this and keep up to date on this, because we have 6 weeks until the next meeting, and you want to see how high this percentage goes. This 37.3% minority percentage right here, that's telling you the probability of a 0.5%. If you see that go down, that's going to be a very bullish. If you see that continue to go up like it has been, that's going to indicate the possibility of a 0.5% rate hike. And this 62.7% chance is the probability of a 0.25% rate hike. So I'm going to watch that very closely. I will bring you guys that information when you do see changes. Subscribe to the channel if you guys want to stay up to date with that. But that's either going to foreshadow a potential drop that is coming or a potential rally. Sometimes you can see the markets pricing in, and this data reflecting either more hawkish or more dovish scenarios here. And it can take a couple days for the markets to actually catch up and react to this data. And now, before we get into the technicals, let's just go over the other bits of news that is coming out, mainly about China, that talk between Xi Jinping and Biden. It says, Xi says both sides should enhance communications on all fronts. Xi urges parties to support Russia-Ukraine negotiations. Xi says agree with Biden, China, U.S. should respect each other. Fitch affirms Nord Stream at BBB minus. That's not involving around that, but it says Xi and Biden both think video call is constructive. Xi says all-round sanctions will make people suffer. China's Xi, U.S. President Biden to urge actions to get ties on steady track. China's Xi says U.S. side misjudged China's strategic intentions. Xi mishandling of Taiwan can have subverse effect on ties. Xi hopes U.S. will pay enough attention to Taiwan issues. Not sure exactly what that means. And then Xi tells Biden China is willing to provide further humanitarian relief. So some good things, it seems like, came out of that call. Obviously, we will get the full rundown later on, and it looks like we're getting more information that is coming out right now. But it looks to be a positive thing, and it looks to be that the markets are taking it as so. The NASDAQ is up about 0.82%. S&P is kind of flat on the day, up 0.06%. And the Dow Jones is the one that's lagging behind quite a lot, down 0.39%. Even the Russell 2000 is down 0.15%. Considering AMC is up almost 2%, is a very bullish sign in my personal opinion, especially heading into next week as well. Once a lot of that capital, once that $4 trillion is really able to start flowing into different assets again. Even GameStop up 2.39%. As far as the technicals, like I said, watch this 15 level to see if we close above this. It looks like we will as of right now. AMC would have to go negative and then some for us not to close above 15. So that looks pretty likely as far as right now. The 20-day simple moving average is at $16.28 per share. If we can break above that and close above that, that's going to be what I want to see from today. I was wrong with my price prediction. I thought we were going to go in between $18.50 and $21. I thought we were going to get a bullish reaction for AMC after the Fed, and the markets rallied. I was right on that. The markets rallied pretty damn hard, but AMC did not follow through. I think it was because GameStop had earnings on Thursday, yesterday, and that was kind of a waning possible negative catalyst on AMC, so you didn't see much enthusiasm yesterday with these two stocks. But nonetheless, after that, the 50-day moving average is at $17.48 per share. Those are going to be key levels. And then I really want to hit this demand zone again, or really supply zone, 1850 to 21, and see if we can get demand in there to push us up higher than 21. On another note, it says 4 stocks with soaring revenues the market loves to hate. And I think this sums it up pretty well. AMC Entertainment, DraftKings, Skills, Fubo TV. And then it says the common theme. Each of these businesses has in common fast-growing revenue and lack of profitability. The market has shown a distaste for unprofitable growth stocks as interest rates rise and future cash flow is valued less. One of the two factors could push these stocks higher. Interest rates move meaningfully lower or the companies demonstrate significant progress towards profitability. Otherwise, their stocks could continue hitting the ceiling despite rapid revenue growth. And I think that's the case. And I think AMC is getting closer and closer and closer to profitability, and they will be bottom line profitable here in 2022. So that is going to be all for this video. Hopefully you guys found some value out of it. I got to go tend to my minion child. Thank you guys for watching. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, as well as make sure to comment down below, leave your thoughts, as well as get yourself those free stocks. Links down below in the description, as well as come join the trading community. Link down below in the pinned comment. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one.